Hello everyone, and welcome to post-round coverage of this round I played at the Paladins Disc Golf Course the other day. I was all alone, so I brought my tripod with me to film all my shots. I wasn't feeling too feisty, so I just played the reds. Let's jump into the round here on hole 1, where I'm throwing my Innova Rock 3. Pitch shot out to the right, brings me to within about 10 feet for my birdie putt. I'm just warming up on the round, so I'll throw a second one here, and it gets a real prodigy treatment there. Hole number 2, I always go for the forehand, but I'm not that good at it. And it's over there about 30 feet left. I gotta try a player 2 with my Rhino, and turns out that this would be the play. That will be next time. Little taste of Kingston there as the trolley rolls by as I miss my putt. We're throwing 2 here because it is a practice round, and both missed. No big deal, take a par, we're sitting at -1. Out to the reds on hole 3 here, and it's a nice shot with the buzz. Puts me to within 5 feet, no need to film that one, that's a birdie as well. Hole 4 always seems to have my number. Here's a real bad shot with my soda. Kind of turns over, doesn't go anywhere. And the upshot was decent, and we'll take a par on that one. Try to turn something over here. This was a Mamba, and if it only could glide out, would be in glorious position, but instead turns over hard, cut rolls to the middle of the fairway. This is my new little throw putt I've been working on. Player 1 and player 2 are both pretty bad, but easy par putt. All right, the Rhino here on hole 6, just awful, absolutely wrong disc. What we should be throwing is the tempo, and I do put a player 2 out there with the tempo to exactly where I want to be. Stability of the tempo is the shot here. Fantastic. But here we are putting from the Rhino's landing place, and the headwind just kind of lifted this one pretty bad. I try a little low spinner on player 2, and it's just trash. Par on hole 6, that one feels like a bit of a loss. More headwind, cutting out on hole 7 here. Nice commitment out over the water. I feel like I gave it a good run. And we're looking at a pretty easy birdie putt. But whenever you're thinking that a putt's easy, you're probably in a bad position, and we doink one off the band and just try to make an adjustment on player 2. So not putting too well, not throwing too well. But hey, we're having fun. And I don't know if I'm getting frustrated or not, but I'm looking pretty cool in the Joe Cool shades. The Jomez Pro always never not throwing hoodie. Out here with a little bit of headwind, I throw the Paradigm, and it flips up so beautifully. I actually feel like this is the best throw I've ever had on this hole, and then it hits a late tree. I think that would have been up there by the basket if it hadn't. And the throw putt gives actually a pretty good run. We're up there for a pretty easy birdie to bring the round to -3. I think I'm just going to throw the same shot here as I did on 8, and it is perfect. Headwind flips up the Paradigm, glides through the gap, down the hill to, you can't really see until you get up there, but you know it's good, and it is the best throw I've ever done on hole 9. Let's just take another glance at that follow flight brought to you by Ace Trace. Magnificent, and the eagle putt is just a tap in, drop in. Brings around to -5, and I'm happy. Next hole is a hole I practiced a lot, but it is a very tough tee shot. I put this way out to the right. Maybe if the grass is shorter, we get a bit of a flare skip in. That didn't happen, so we're looking at this putt for birdie, and maybe I was laying it up, I don't know. That was awful. Player 2 off the basket. Got to commit to these shots. Easy par. Okay, and I'm running a forehand on hole 11 because I seem to think that's the play, but it's the shortest hole on the course, and I never seem to do well on it. Player 2 with the Rhino would have been the play, it seems like. Isn't that how it always goes? Player 2s are so good. I've got a pretty good tester for birdie. and I don't make it. Player 2, also miss. Let's see if player 3, oh, of course, right in the heart. It's actually about a 20-footer on the way back, and I barely scraped this one in. So this was the closest one to a bogey on the round. Let's see if we get the, yeah, there we go. Excellent. Nice par save on the shortest hole on the course. All right, forehand on hole 12. Forehand form looks pretty bad, but the shot got up there, didn't cross the road, which is always a plus. And this guy here was walking, and I couldn't stop thinking about dude walking on the sidewalk. I really should have pulled back on it. Player 2 goes in. That's a par on 12, which I don't know, could be worse. Player 1 here was atrocious, trying to keep this low. That's not the way you want to play this hole. But player 2, of course, was excellent. Actually, kind of sniffing for like a skip-in ace. Launch this one up there to the right side, through, and the skip goes right by the basket. Of course, player 2s are so good. But that player 1 led me to a nice Rhino tunnel shot. This is a really beautiful hole, and that shot got up beside the basket. Very workable for the par. There's where player 2 landed up. So I guess not an ace run if it lands up that short, but easy birdie would have been. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. We'll take an easy par putt here on hole 13. Keep them low because there was this headwind. Maybe a little too low. Scary low. And then to hole 14, which I absolutely early released out to no man's land. Garbage. And then we set up our tripod. A little poor setup there, leads to the camera smashing into the grass. All good. Take a throw putt. Maybe shouldn't have the camera right behind me like that. Take our birdie. We finished around with -6. Thanks for watching.